Hello everyone. I thought I would jump on and do a video quickly on what travel supplies, since a couple of you have posted about that and I just got back from a trip. So I thought as I unpacked, I would show you what I take. Well, of course I take my sketchbook. This is the one that I'm working on. Well, there's a few, but this is the one that I like to travel with. And I take a few tubes of paint, and what traveling does is really challenge you to get it down to the essential colors. So this is kind of what for me, have decided are the essentials. Okay, so actually you could pare it down even further, but I have room for these. I put them in a Ziploc bag like this, and I put them right in with my clothes. So I have here the primary colors, red, blue, and yellow, and you can mix just about everything from this. Oh, I forgot one here. I need a dark, because I had this Payne's gray, but any dark will work. So here's, you can use a navy or a dark plum or a Payne's gray, or even a burnt umber will help you get your darks. Because I was using, well, of course I went shopping when I was there, and I bought this Payne's Gray acrylic, which, by the way, I mixed, I'll show you these paintings, I mix acrylic and acro gouache and gouache all the time. All right, so you just need a dark. So let's just, for the purposes of this, pick the navy. And then a red and a blue and a yellow. Then the colors that you can mix, but it's just easier to take them, is a fresh green. It's just harder to create. A light yellow. So this one is a yellow deep, kind of a warm goldy yellow, and then some kind of a, these two can actually be interchangeably interchanged. So if you only have room for one of them, you can get kind of the lighter colors with this. And I'll show you these paintings, that because I had forgotten this on this trip, that the colors I achieved with just what's here. This is a carmine, like a magenta basically, and of course white. You'll use more white than anything, and aqua, because aqua is also a bit challenging to mix. You can get it though by mixing ultramarine and fresh green. You can get an aqua. Opera red or opera pink, I always take, because you can't really mix it very easily. And this is a possible, you don't have to have this, but this is a metallic gold. Then I take a few pens, really just one of these would suffice, one gold and one white. I think I bought these when I was there to try them out. And by the way, I have links to all these supplies on my website under supplies. Well, not all of them, but most of them. This is my new favorite gold marker, Pilot, comes in 2 sizes, and then a Uniball Signal white pen. Okay, and then I saved this little cardboard thingy from when I had ordered brushes. They came in this, so all I did was put them in here with my crayons, and I folded it over and put it in my suitcase. So let's look at what I brought brush-wise and crayon-wise. You can see I did break a crayon. That's okay, it'll still work. All right, so for brushes, yeah, I had 2 of these, which you don't need. So this is a round number 6, but 4 or 5 works well, because I'm not really working big. A smaller brush, this is a 2, and these burgundy ones are Princeton Velvet Touch, which I love. I also love these Winsor & Newton Cotman, which in the US you can get at Michael's, and the Princetons you can get at Hobby Lobby, but you can get them all online at the various stores. And then this is just a flat brush, also called a Bright. This was, I think, from Hobby Lobby. They call it a chisel blender, number 10. So that's what I took. I took a few crayons. I ended up not using them on this trip, but I took them just in case, and I just pick random colors. So I'll put those away. And I took my sketchbook. I didn't work a lot in my sketchbook. I did practice. I cleaned my brush on the background. That's what I like to do that when I've got extra paint. I just open a spread and clean my brush so that that paint ends up becoming an interesting texture. And then I was practicing some flowers here, and you know, who knows where the spread will go. You guys recognize that one, right? But I want to show you though the colors. So again, this is all I had, and the colors, the painting I did on the trip in the hotel in the airport, and the you know, colors I made from these paints. So you can see that I didn't actually take a green, because green is one of the easiest colors to mix, and I encourage you to just take a page in your sketchbook or a page anywhere and play with color mixing with taking a blue and a yellow, and then a red or a pink, and of course a white and a dark, and see all the shades of green that you can make. You don't need to buy green. And then I guess, yeah, so here's the gold that I used. I used that metallic gold light. And these are Turner brand, by the way. You can see I used that here. It came out pretty. And then I did this one, and I used some of the golden paints on this because I bought some when I was on my trip. I bought a white. What else did I buy? The colors that all came from the Acrylic gouache. I think all I used was the white golden, and I used some of this white, but this white was just not didn't have great coverage, so I used the white golden mostly. And got these colors from what you see there. This was one that I started, and again, all with the same paints. And then this one's the one I was doing in the airport. So, oops, sorry, I didn't hold that. Anyway, you can see that the opera pink gives you something you just can't get other places. So I just wanted to show you, so yeah, obviously I took some paper. I took a pad of acrylic paper, which I've been playing with lately, because I usually use watercolor paper, but I wanted to play with this because it's really thick. This is 246 pounds, very heavy. You can see that cardstock, and it's got like a linen finish on it. So I was just playing with it. I like it. But normally I'll take a watercolor pad, something like this. Doesn't need to be expensive, but a nice, I would at least get this quality. Canson is also a good quality. So yeah, it ends up traveling pretty easily, because I'll put, oh, one more thing. I take some sheets of palette paper, which I almost ran out of this time, but I take these, either white or gray, doesn't matter. And I'll take several sheets like this, and I just fold them in half, and I either stick them in I use them in half sheets because I don't know, that takes up less room, and then I have two sides, and I'll either stick it right in here or stick it inside the sketchbook like that. And then put all this with the brushes and my paints in my suitcase. I don't think I've forgotten anything. That's for a short trip. If I were going for a longer trip, I would probably take some oil pastels and some Posca pens. Okay, love how you guys are encouraging each other. It just makes my heart so happy. Just remember to be kind to yourself as you create, and gentle with yourself. It is a scary thing. It is scary for all of us. And the more gentle you are with that creative spirit, the more you're going to bring it out. So I like to say, treat your creative spirit like a scared little kitten hiding under a porch. You would never yell at that, so don't yell at yourself when you're creating. Okay, have a great day.